I'm Victoria Bartovich and I'm the director of Yoni Elixir, and I want to talk to you today what is beyond manifestation. So I don't know about you, but I've been in the self-development space for a long time now, and I am quite frankly a bit over manifesting. And I got to this point in my life where I was like, I kind of already have everything that I want. Am I going to keep being in this this continuous manifesting and using my will to bring things into the world, activating, using my sexual energy, connecting into the cosmos and deciding what I want? I actually got to this stage where I was like, I actually want life to lead me. I want to see what happens if I am not being the dictator through my mind of what I want. And it's almost like this boredom of the I, like the ego in me was just like, I don't care anymore. Like I've got to this stage in my life where there's a lot of beauty, there's a lot of grace, there's a lot of presence. And I notice that that's actually all I deeply desire, more than I want any other $1 million, or I want another big house, or I want anything else. It's like, it's not like that for me anymore. And I've had the beauty and the opportunity to work with a lot of amazing sexuality teachers who are deeply in the esoteric world, and open me up to concepts like the void and the soul and the transpersonal and all these different access points to spirituality. And what happened for me through that was this recognition of like, none of my teachers are trying to obtain the next stage of wealth or the next stage of love or desire in their life. They're actually trusting a much deeper current, and that deeper current is the mystery itself. And for me, when I have let go to the mystery, I have seen like manifestation beyond my wildest dreams, because I'm no longer dictating what things need to look like. And I think that we often have this fear as human beings that we need to know what we want and we need to figure it out in our minds and then bring it to life. But what I'm encouraging is actually something else, and that is trusting life itself, trusting that that beauty and grace and presence and potency and abundance can show up in your life in ways that you least expect it, and that you don't need to know what that's going to look like. There's definitely this stage of self-development where we're stuck in the old ways, and we're stuck in watching TV, or we're stuck in drinking too much alcohol, or not looking after ourselves. And that's one stage of the journey. And for me, once you've like moved through that stage and you've got to this sort of like higher frequency, this higher stage of consciousness, and you start to recognize that life is not this more and more things to obtain. It's actually a process of letting go of the I and letting go of this need to obtain anything. And when I stepped through that threshold, what I started to see was like my manifestations stopped being so mental. So now the way that I live my life is I start to go, okay, how can life show up for me right now? What is the mystery revealing to me in this moment? And when I'm looking at what the mystery is revealing to me, I'm not meaning making. This is a whole other section of self-development where we make meaning out of every single thing that happens so that we can understand the world more. When we're following the mystery, we don't need to make meaning out of any of it. We're just going, this is what's happening now. This is what's being revealed now. And we just start to see if we can tune into where life wants to move us. And this really seeps into this conversation of nervous system regulation. When we're regulating our nervous systems and we're cultivating our spiritual practice, meditation, dance, movement, eating well, we're exercising, we're using the breath, all these different activities that we can do, what you'll start to recognize is that you do not need to work something out or find meaning inside of your life. You just find that like meaning becomes a part of your life. It becomes an integration of your life, because there's no mental working things out. It's like the body is revealing itself. And for me, the only work that I will do now is just like, if I feel discomfort in some part of my life, is I just start to see if my nervous system can expand to that. I'm not looking for regulation of my nervous system to mean calm and collected all the time. I'm open to going into stress. I'm open to adversity. I'm open to challenge. But what I'm looking for inside of that is an experience of aliveness. If feeling aliveness, if I'm feeling that following of this eros, then I'll start to trust that I'm on the right path. And this right path is not like, oh, it's taking me here and I'm definitely going to get to this space. It's like the right path is like, I'm alive, I'm present, and I'm here for what life has to offer me. And that's really my indication of life and manifestation nowadays. This is what I found is beyond that. And this sense of being in all of that, and just recognizing that I'm still here, and I'm being the embodiment of the person that I came here to be. that is my marker of success now. That's my marker of have I manifested? Because have I manifested is the question, not what am I manifesting. Have I manifested to this moment? How can I be more present to this moment? Because I'm looking at how I can manifest versus what I can manifest. So hopefully that gives you something interesting to think about. I'd love to hear like your questions, or whether you think I'm completely losing the plot, or whether you think this is like lazy or non-disciplined or any of those things. Like just tracking what's coming alive in you as you're listening to this, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you.